Thank you for the question. So, like I mentioned earlier, so the rate of radiation in the tea was gradually decreased the first season, second harvest season, and third harvest season throughout the year. And there's a lot of projection. Of course, this has happened for the first time in the tea industry. So, people have assumption and doing the testing. And there has been said the reason why the first harvest season was the highest in the rate was because the radio activity or the particle remained on the surface of the tea, and then we harvested. So it was staying on the surface of the tea. That's why that was very high. And at the same time, the root is also absorbing the water and these particles because it's very small. And tea tends to absorb more cesium than other farming goods because the form of cesium is similar to kalium, to what the tea plants want as a nutrient. So that is why, compared to other farming products like rice and vegetables, last year tea showed more higher contamination with the radioactivity. But over the time, because of course the surface level decreased as the rain falls and the wind blows, the amount decreased. That's the assumption. And of course this year we have tested the tea from the harvest of this first harvest, and we didn't detect any radioactivity in our tea. So that is a very good news, and it was such a relief because before receiving the test result, we are just waiting for the result. But of course, it's not just a good news because once we lose consumer trust, it's very hard to gain it back again. And actually, the sales-wise, it's much harder for this year than last year. So it still need to work on this. Thank you.
Again to Ayumi-san. I wonder how those contaminated leaves are destroyed.
So thank you for the question. Last year there was a lot of debates how we are going to destroy these products that were contaminated. It's not just the tea, also the mushrooms and a lot of the vegetables and rice produced in Fukushima and surrounding nearby area. How are we going to destroy? So it's depending on the region or the community, but in my community, of course, at first they proposed to burn the products. We send the products to this special company or the place to burn it. But of course, the people living around this factory do not want. The ashes will remain, and also the radioactivity will fly into the air. So that didn't happen, and the company are now producing the compost. So that has less impact on the environment.